Hello? Hello? I'm over here. Can you hear me? My name is Melisa. I'm 21 years old and I am an alcoholic. I know it sounds so surprising to be an alcoholic at such a young age. And you might be wondering how this came to be or what caused it. I know everyone here has been through stuff, but I've been through a lot. I was brought up in a very good home, a decent home. We weren't wealthy per se, but my parents could give me anything I needed, including education. So I can't blame them for what has befallen me. Rather, my bad decisions brought me here. I got into a relationship with a boy of my age, and together we did stupid things. Drugs, alcohol, bad company. It's such a long story. Then at some point he vanished and left me miserable and alone. But this isn't even a love story. I've been miserable not because he left me, or I just don't know where my life is headed right now. School no longer interests me. I have failed more courses than is required to stay in school. I've delved deep into drugs and alcohol, all in an attempt to find meaning to life, my life, to quell the hurt and depression. At my young age, I've been raped countless times, mostly because I've been so often in the wrong places, at the wrong time, and with the wrong kind of people. I need help. Somebody, anybody. My life is dark, cold and empty. At first I thought I only wanted to blend in, do what everyone else was doing. I'd say to myself, Can't a girl just have some fun? Indulge a little bit?
She took her for panties in the ladies' room. We making movies in the ladies' room. And he went down in the ladies' room.
After all this whole thing, man, I'm just gonna get down on this shit. Fuck how you get right in the toilet. Watch out.
I got her pregnant in the ladies' room. 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 I got her pregnant in the ladies' room.
So I began to seek for validation in all the wrong ways, in all the wrong things. I surrounded myself with people who had very little regard for me and for my dreams, until I gave up my dreams in exchange for an addiction. Bottles, sticks, and men. How did I get here? How did I let this addiction kill me so slowly? I wish I can break free. I swear I try. I tell myself this is the very last bottle, the very last stick, the very last man. But like a prisoner bound in chains, this plague has kept me fugitive. I need to break free. What do I do? Somebody help me.
Hi. There's nothing I can do anymore. My life is over. I've searched for myself and I can't find me anymore. Maybe happiness isn't meant for everyone. Maybe I'll find peace in the other life. My life has nothing left. I think it's time to end it. I think it's time to go. I can't live like this anymore.
Oh, great. You're awake. Sorry. Okay, just hold on. Let me get the doctor. Okay?
So my brothers, that's what happened.
Wow, a round of applause to that. So does anybody else have something to say?
Hi, I'm over here.
Okay, let's hear you.
Hi everyone, my name is Melisa. I'm 21 years old and I'm an alcoholic.
Hi, Melissa. You're welcome.
There's a lot to say about teenage alcoholism. I had my first drink, I think I was about 14. I just finished secondary school, coming back home. You know, friends invite you to a house party. In fact, that was the first time I was like having any encounter with alcohol at all. I mean, I saw it, I didn't know what it tastes like, but I drank it, you know. And yeah, because the first time actually was because friends were around, and you know, sometimes when you meet new people and you like those new people that you meet, you would actually want to just go with the flow with whatever, you know, they actually say. So that first time I was meeting new people right after secondary school. You know, it was a get-together, a house party with some cool kids in town, and they just handed me a drink. I didn't know it was an alcoholic drink, and I just drank it. All of a sudden I just realized that I became, you know, more energetic, you know. I just started getting dizzy and woozy, and yeah, that was my first encounter with alcohol.
There are so many factors that lead teenagers into indulging in alcoholism. One is peer pressure, two is stress, then we talk about depression, but I would like to categorize it into two factors, one environmental and the other one genetical. One, children are prone to learn from what they see their parents do. Some of these children, when as they are growing up, they see older adults taking alcohol. So for them, it's a normal thing for them to take alcohol. Then two, environment. That's where the peer pressure comes in. That's where the stress comes in. The environment they're exposed to also plays a role in them indulging in alcoholism.
There are many complications of alcohol dependence. Actually, they are divided into two, physical and psychological. I'll dwell more on psychological complication of alcohol dependence. One of the psychological complications of alcohol dependence is depression, really. Even though many people who have depression also try to use alcohol to see whether they can take care of depression. But people that take alcohol too can also lead to them being depressed. Yeah. Another complication again is the with the withdrawal syndrome I talked about before. This is a state in which the person's body starts reacting for more alcohol when he has not taken it for a long time. And it could present in many forms, and is usually very dangerous and a big problem. Another issue again is intoxication. When the person takes the alcohol more than what his body could actually tolerate, the person can get intoxicated, and the person now, not that state of intoxication, the person can now start acting the way he's not supposed to act, which can lead to a lot of social problems, accidents while driving. The person can go and start having sexual indiscretion. That's why people, even after taking alcohol, they will start get infected by sexual transmitted disease because they won't bother about protecting themselves when having alcohol, because at that state they won't really bother because of the poor judgment at that state. Another issue again is the abstinence from school and work. And absenteeism in school is a big issue, because most times in the morning they will be trying to recover from the effects of the alcohol they took the previous night, or in order to really stave off the withdrawal effect, they've not taken it for overnight, they'll go and take alcohol in the morning before going to school, and it affects productivity. Instead of going to school, they will now go somewhere and be drinking.
Peer pressure plays a lot of role in making teenagers to indulge in alcoholism. One, because especially those of them in the age of entering in the age group of university students, you see them when they go to school, they're exposed to a lot of social life and social gatherings, and in those social gatherings they see their mates do a lot of things, take alcohol. So they want to also experiment, they want to explore and find out what it feels like, feel high and all the rest of them. Then, like I said earlier, depression also plays a role. Sometimes they find themselves going through so many things that they can't even explain why they're going through it. And in order to dodge or shy away from it or escape from it, you find them indulging in alcoholism. And also stress, most times you hear young people say, I want to cool off, let's go and take 1 or 2 bottles to cool off. Well, it's nobody's fault that there's a lot of pressure in the society right now, but alcoholism is not the way out. It's not the way out, because once you get addicted to it, withdrawal is a bit of a problem.
I started with basically the softer stuff, beer, not lager, because even as a drinker I had my preferences. I just liked things that were white, so started with lager, and from time to time when you go out, because when you drink you have to dance it off, especially with friends. You drink at home, you eat, then you have to go out at night to dance it off, because there's a certain level of vulnerability that comes when you are tipsy, and not to talk of high on alcohol. You get vulnerable emotionally, you get vulnerable sexually, you get vulnerable mentally. In fact, you're so vulnerable that you become bold so that anything can happen. It gives you not a heightened, it gives you a lower sense of awareness, but you're just vulnerable to anything, susceptible to anything. If you drink and drive, you would have accidents. It's not a may or may not matter. For me personally, it was a habit, but it didn't become an addiction till after the loss of my mom. I started drinking to the point where I wouldn't know where I was, and I wouldn't know how I got to where I went to in the morning. I drank to the point where I almost crashed a friend's car. I just like to encourage someone out there, please don't drink and drive. It doesn't make sense. You will kill someone or you kill yourself. Too many people have died because of drunk driving, or too many people have have wounded themselves. You could walk into the road if you're trying to cross the street and not know that a car is coming because you're drunk. You could be poisoned in a club because you're drinking, and maybe that drink was not even meant for you, because people drop their glasses on the table and anybody could pick anybody's champagne glass or whatever, and it could just be the wrong glass you pick up. Anything can happen when you're high. Vulnerability is at its peak, and when you're vulnerable, it's really not a good place to put yourself in. The only place you should be vulnerable is in the presence of God. or with God, because you know that you can trust Him. After all, He created the heavens and the earth. He owns everything. He's sovereign over everything, and He has the best future for you. So I just like to encourage you. There's no power in an alcohol bottle or an alcoholic drink, but there sure is power in relationship with God.